On. It's up. And it's stuck.
How I look?
It's up and it's stuck.
You off. Y'all off center.
I mean, it's. I don't know what.
We off center.
Check on the phone. Pull up the page. Check on the phone. Look. Oh.
There it is.
Your frustration level right now.
I have a battery.
Y'all good now?
Plug the phone in.
This is how y'all look. You want something different?
No, it looked pretty good.
How's my hair look, Lo?
You need some makeup, D.
Chill.
Ready to
You
go?
makeup.
Just hit the green button. The chips in there whenever you're ready.
To record.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna close this one?
Yeah.
Mo, you nervous?
I'm not nervous at all. That's the least of my worries.
Are you knocking stuff over? You sure?
I just got tested for COVID. I don't have COVID. Don't blame me for that falling. It just wasn't set up right. All right, we already record, man. We're gonna go live.
Am I in this shot?
I don't know where you are. We could have turned the phone
Nah, you ain't in
sideways to pick up the shot.
You ain't in here.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Pure Phuckery, the podcast. We are streaming live from Off 55 Bar and Grill. We are down at 518 Bates Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63111. Pull the fuck up, because it's live. Welcome, y'all. We got a live audience here tonight. Shout out to every fucking body that decided to pull up. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me tonight, and I absolutely appreciate you all for coming out. We celebrating Granny's 66th birthday. Shout out to P.
Buy a shot.
Buy her shot, send her drinks. She take dollars down her bra, whatever. Hey, respectfully, hand it to her. She'll put it in her bra. Or, depending on who you are, she might let you put them in her bra. I
Tell
don't
her you
fucking
ain't taking
know.
no dollars. I'm
Hey,
taking $100.
whatever you got, man. Shout out to the birthday girl. We got a big Granny in the building. Granny's in the fucking building, man. 66 years old. I should have started off with you, because I'm going to call you up here. But, yeah, you coming up here. But we got my ex-husband. Technically, I still live with my ex-husband here in the fucking building. Co-host of We Posted Up the Podcast. We got Mr. Damon Madison in the fucking building.
I'm just one of three.
He's one of three of We Posted Up the Podcast, man.
Yeah, we're not hosts. We just one of three. That's it.
Welcome to my first live, y'all.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it, man. This is my first time ever going live anywhere on social media. I don't do live. Like, I'll pre-record it and then I'll upload it. But, yeah, I don't do live. I'm too self-conscious.
Thanks for starting on time. I mean, shit, it was right.
You know what, man? Shit happens. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but, you know, we gonna figure this shit out, and we gonna keep it pushing. Y'all know how I get. I get in my feelings. I'm emotional. I'm a woman, you know. So I did for a brief moment. Let my emotions, show my emotions on my shoulders, but we passed that. It's okay. It's all good. So I got 1/3 of We Posted Up the podcast here in the hot seat.
Yep, that's what's
It's
up.
been a year of Pure Phuckery, man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You've been there from the beginning. You've been there from the fucking beginning. Unfortunately. You probably don't know this, but you lit a fire under my ass. I don't know if I ever told you this, but
I don't think you have.
let me tell you. I'm going to tell you this in front of everybody here. How he played his part in Pure Phuckery, the podcast, and me actually going forth and doing this shit.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, I was bitching about something.
Cell phone.
And
Yeah, cell phones.
I was bitching about something, and you just were like, just start the fucking podcast, Mo. Stop talking about it and just do it. You said you want to start the podcast. You sitting there worried about the wrong shit. And after we had that conversation, you yelled at me. We were in the kitchen. I don't know what was going on, but you yelled at me in that moment. And I went back downstairs and I was like, start the podcast, Mo. Quit fucking bullshit. Like, what are you bullshitting? Why are you bullshitting? And I want to say maybe the next week or 2 weeks later, I aired the first episode, or maybe started the process of airing the first episode because I procrastinate, man. I'm a procrastinator. But how do you feel knowing that you are one of the people that played a pivotal part in me doing this podcast? Bless you.
I don't think I was the pivotal part. I think
You
it was more
were.
Leah than me, but you know me, I don't like all the whining, so I just tell you to shut
You
the
deal
fuck up.
with
See my language, baby. I pass it.
How fancy and green know what it is. We say fuck here, man. This is pure Phuckery, the
You
podcast.
know me, I'm quick to say shut the fuck up and just do it.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
do.
all the procrastinating.
You do. You give me a check. You tell me get the fuck on. Do what I gotta do.
But the thing about me is about you, so congratulations on your 1 year.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
thanks for having me on 3 of your 52 episodes. 4.
Hey, it makes
Only 3?
Look, they say drama makes for the best content.
I was only on 3, but my name's mentioned in every single one.
Let's talk about this.
We doing shots.
See, I talk about you on
I need copyright money.
I don't talk about you on the podcast. I don't.
No, but in all honesty, yeah, it's about you and about what you've done. And I think you should pass it to Leah because she has played a big part of this.
We
whole
definitely
idea.
go pass it to Leah, man. Come on up, Leah. Few minutes. You've never been on the podcast. So come on, few minutes.
She is the mother of your grandchild.
She is the mother of my grandchild. She told me to stop saying that. It's weird.
She is.
I had a feeling I was gonna do this.
I told you.
You already know.
No, I already say that.
No, girl. You don't have to be too long, but for the first time in history, Aaliyah Renee is live with me here. Give her her fucking flowers, man. Give her her flowers. And I'm gonna tell y'all why, because a lot of y'all don't know the pivotal role that this young lady plays in this podcast. And she doesn't think it's anything, but to me it's everything, because had it not been for her, you know this. And I ain't gonna say you don't know this. You know this. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. You know that, don't you? I ain't trying to give you that much credit, but I mean, because absolutely, I had to make the ultimate decision. But you absolutely played a huge part in me moving forward and doing it.
And I feel like she would have did it without me.
I
would.
At some point.
You
Really,
talking?
I can't even tell you nothing. I'll tell you to do something.
Nobody
You
can
don't do it on
tell
your own
me.
time anyway, so.
Nobody can tell me anything. Speaking of which, we gonna bring this back to D real quick. One day we were talking and I asked. I just have to tell a story. It's a quick story. So one day me and D were talking and I said, what advice would you give the man who's going to marry me? I said, if a man came to you and said, hey, I want to marry your ex-wife, what advice would you give that man? And what he said was, you can't tell her shit. She gonna do what she wanna do regardless. And Leah just said that, I think about that moment because I do tend to move to the beat of my own drum. It's a gift and a curse. It gets me in trouble, but it gets me out of trouble too. You know, it's life. What we got, Joe?
I just want to say that.
You'll get your mommy. Sit
Okay.
down, Relax.
I thought we was taking questions.
No,
That's all right.
give me a minute, man. So you played this huge role in it, and you probably don't want to believe that, but you absolutely did, and you put the ultimate fire under me and convinced me that I can do it. You made me believe in myself. I absolutely believe in me, but you believed in me with this shit before I even believed in it. Before I saw the vision, you saw it, and you kept telling me to do it, And I remember when you did.
I think you brought it to me first, and
I told you
encouraged you.
when I was talking. Listen, I'm gonna replay the story real quick. We were talking about how we can create a window for the book, and you said create your own window. And I was like, what is it? How do I do that? And you were like, you should do a story time on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that was the original one.
Yes, it started with a story time. I was just going to do a story time on YouTube and just tell different stories, which I typically do in my podcast episodes, but it just grew into this. Like, I didn't expect it to grow into what it actually did. And you lit that fire to me. You said create your own window.
I mean, I feel like just knowing her,
It's
she
a
always
blessing.
got a story to tell anyway. So,
And this baby know me.
I mean, why
This baby know
not
me.
share it with the world? And I feel like it came naturally for you.
It does. I feel so at home. I feel at home. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I absolutely feel that in my soul. Maybe on a bigger platform, but this is my lane. Somewhere along the lines of this is my lane. And you absolutely, you pushed me into that.
I'm gonna say it was all you because I wouldn't just encourage just anybody to start a podcast.
I appreciate that. That speaks volumes to me. I appreciate that. And I remember when we were coming up with names, and I was saying names to her, and she's like, "No, ma'am." Or when I go post something on social media, if I post something on social media and then I delete it, you'll see it like in a few hours. She hit my line. If it's on my story, she hit my line and said, "No, ma'am." She'll screenshot it, delete that, because
Videos or pictures or captions. She done posted and I'll be like, you probably don't want to put that on social media.
she remind me, she be like, "You're a fucking doctor," and I am. I'm a fucking doctor, man.
Who you
Your
with?
favorite doctor, man. Shout out to the fuckers out there in the fucking audience. Shout out, I'm mentioning D again. Shout out to D for pointing the audience, my viewers, as the fuckers, man. So shout out to him. But yeah, man, I just wanted to tell you that. And for you guys who don't know, this is a I call her Lily Pop. She be like, stop it. She a grown ass woman, but like it's my little cousin, and like she more like a little sister / daughter like type deal.
Ain't nothing like
Sometimes
that.
she's like, no, not really, but that's how I like to view myself. Like, I absolutely played a pivotal part in this young lady's childhood and growth, and I absolutely like to believe the little part, or however big you want to give me, that I did good. I did my part. You know, as fucked up as I am, man. And she, as an adult, she's learning. Like my cousin Lil, you know, some might not be right. Some might not be right. No, I'm joking. I kid. What do you want?
And for her to know me so well, for her to know me so well, she should know that I don't really do this.
I know. So this is an exclusive shit. I feel special, man.
So I'm getting ready to pass it on back to the
She's gonna pass
mom.
it back. No, we're not gonna call D up. We gonna get Joe in the building. She wants to come, and shout out to my little cousin, man, Leah. I love you, baby. Thank you so much for everything. She does the thumbnails every week. You know, the visuals you see on social media, that's what she does every fucking weekend. Like I said, it's nothing to her, but it's a whole lot to me, man. We got my homegirl Joe in the fucking building.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be on here. I was on Divorce-ish, if you didn't hear it. Yes.
Divorce-ish.
I want to give a shout out to the Pure Phuckery cast.
Yeah.
There's no you got behind the scenes. I want to give a shout out to all y'all, because without y'all, she couldn't be where she at on the epitome where she's on her way to.
You
Man,
know.
I haven't yet. We like 15 minutes in this thing, man. We gonna shout out motherfucking Big Stu, Big Stu Films, Big Stu Media. I'm also shout out
Give it
shout
up.
out my guys over there.
Give it up. Give it up.
AFM Media. I shout out my guys over at AFM Media. Also, man, shout out to them for
Give it
all
up.
the love,
Give it
support,
up.
everything that you guys do behind the scenes to make Pure Phuckery the podcast what it is, how it has grown like so fucking exponentially. Is that a word? If you just now, it is. You're a doctor. Exponentially. It's a word. It's expeditiously and exponentially. Isn't it? I know you know. She knows. She's smart. She's smart.
So Dr. Bay,
Yes, ma'am.
I got a question. I got a few questions.
We don't have time for a few
Hey,
questions.
you called me up
What
here.
is that,
You
Bill?
have it.
I did not call you up here. You called yourself up here when you stood up and wanted to say something.
They don't like it. She don't like
But we here
confrontation.
now. Say, what you got?
I just want to know, like, cause I'm walking in the line too, and this has lined up with your perfect alignment of a dream. You know, dreams, but you gotta dream big. And if you don't dream big and your dreams don't scare you, you ain't dreaming big enough.
So one more fucking time,
So to say this, I'm asking you.
dreams one more fucking time.
Dreams. But I'm asking you a question though. Has this scared you? Did you ever think this was gonna be your reality?
Let me tell y'all something. The very first episode that I aired, Do It Anyway. That's the very first episode of Pure Phuckery Podcast. And I told you guys this. Me and Leah pre-recorded the episode, and she went into labor the day we were supposed to air. That night we were on the phone. She probably don't remember. We were on the phone. Of course. And I say, we get off the phone, and she's like, when you wake up in the morning, cousin, I promise, the content will be there. All you have to do is upload it. I woke up that morning to a text saying my water broke. And she was at the hospital having Jay's face, and yeah, so I had to figure the shit out in that moment. I woke up, I rolled over, I picked up my phone, got on social media, because that's where I was at, that's the mental space that I was in. So I look on social media and it says the Sarah Jakes Roberts video was up. And she has a segment where it's called Do It Anyway. And I listened to that audio and I was like, okay, I listened to it again, maybe twice. And throughout the morning, all I kept saying in my head, do it anyway. Like, do it anyway. You've already announced that this Friday you're airing the first episode. So I set the camera up in my bedroom, the light and shit, because y'all know I was recording out of my bedroom before fucking Big Stu came along.
You got
Shout out to Big
somewhere.
Stu. Yeah, man, I was recording in my the corner of my bedroom. And I turned the camera on and I sat there and I did it anyway. And I decided to title the episode Do It Anyway. And man, if it wasn't for Leah, she don't believe it, but I did that shit anyway. And she came back after she watched the first episode and she was like, it was way better than the one we did. Because when I recorded with her, I was uptight. I had somebody watching. When I did it by myself, that very first episode, I was vulnerable, shaking, voice trembling, everything. And I turned that camera on and I did it anyway. And who the fucking thought that a whole year later I'll still be doing this shit anyway, man? And I do it fucking scared, whatever it is. Whatever it is.
That's the question that I was asking you.
To bring it back, my message.
You fine.
Hey man, do it anyway. I don't give a fuck what it is, yo. Just do it. Like, jump off the porch, take that leap, and hey, shoot for the stars.
And that's what I was.
If you miss, you're laying on the fucking moon.
Hey, you land and you get back up until you hit it.
Knock me down.
And that's what I'm saying.
Watch me get up 10.
That's what I'm
saying. The expression. I may or may not be a little high.
I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. So, the next runner-up.
Who we got?
The next runner-up. The next runner-up is her best friend, Rochelle Bell.
You're part. You're
Come on.
there, both.
Come on. I already called you out. Come on. Come on. You over there on your side. Come on.
Hey, don't get it. My other BFF is in the fucking building.
Come
Come on, Tina. Come on. Let's call both of them up.
Who that shit?
I want you to give a round of applause to this friendship. Tina and Rochelle. Give a round of applause.
Hey man, we gonna kill two birds. We gonna kill two birds with one stone real quick, man. The two ladies in my life that I call my BFFs, my besties. I like to think of them as my right hand and my left. They kind of, Pev should have been on this side, because Pev my right hand, Tina my left, and this is how I'm explaining it to you. Pev is that friend. Well, we gonna start with Tina. We gonna start with Tina. Okay. Tina's the friend in my life, and both of these women have played a huge part in shaping and molding me into the woman that I am today. And had it not been for them, I wouldn't have survived some of my darkest moments. they have been there through the good, the bad, the ugly, the trials, the triumphs. Like, they have cheered me on like no other in their own special way. Tina's a friend that she's my voice of reason. Tina tells me you probably shouldn't do that.
But you're gonna do it anyway.
Right. Do that. She didn't do it anyway, man. Do it any fucking way, y'all.
That's right. That's right.
She says do it
She
anyway. She says don't.
that said she probably shouldn't do that, or that's not a good idea, or
You deserve more.
she does. She tells me I deserve more than what I settle for. Like she's there, man. I know she's there. Like she's that friend I know is gonna be there, regardless of how much time in between that lapses. Because we don't see each other every day. We don't talk every day. We have our lives, but we make an effort.
Yeah.
At least once, twice a month. This motherfucker here, man. But we make efforts, man, and I love you. I love you, and you are one of my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest supporters. You are one of the people who you definitely encourage the fuckery, but you also always encourage me to be better and do better. You do that for me, and I absolutely appreciate that.
And I'm gonna tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And then we got motherfucking the Pester in the building. The Pester, her name is the Pester. My son gave her that name. My youngest son did. Everybody has a fucking nickname, man. And this is the Pester. And this is my man.
Hey, Phuckers.
She's not my man.
I know everything.
Both of them in a good 20 plus years relationship, good 20 plus year friendship. So for you motherfuckers out there that like she can't hold down a relationship, I held down these two bitches. You didn't know. Hey, I don't get kept. I do the keeping. So trust and believe.
Oh yeah, that's that Sagittarius.
Okay. I do the keeping. So
Tired of you,
not right now because my ex-husband technically lives with me. I technically live with my
Another shout out to me.
Yeah. But no, this ain't about me. This is about the fucking Pester, man. I appreciate you coming out.
Who you with?
She just got off work.
I did.
She has a kid. Got all kind of activities going on because her daughter's graduating. Shout out to my
Everybody don't make it.
class of 2021.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
Shout out.
I love me some butter, man. But she got a lot of shit going on, and she pulled the fuck up. She said, "I'll meet her late. I'm probably gonna be in my work clothes." She made some other shit happen.
It don't matter, baby. It don't matter.
So if you out there like, "Oh, I was gonna come, but hey, man, that's that bullshit." No, hey, if you can't make it, it's cool. If you tuned into the fucking live, man, I absolutely appreciate that. These motherfuckers in the back, I don't know if they're telling me like
Talking to the mic.
I know what you're telling me, but
You good at it.
wow, looks like something completely different, and I'm getting a little fucking distracted here. So I'm trying to bring it back. So the fucking Pester, man, we done been there, done that, seen that, ran it, still running it, man. Run it up, man. 25 fucking years, man, and you put up with my ass. Like I say they both put up with me.
She should be a
They both
doctor
put up with
too.
me.
She should be a doctor too.
Here we go.
There we go. They're great therapists. But this motherfucker here is Tina's the friend that says you shouldn't do that.
She's
This
the one
motherfucker
that
right
says
here is the friend that says you should absolutely do that. Do it twice. Take pictures. Go live. Tell the motherfucking world you're doing that shit. That's her. She's that friend that encourages all the fuckery. When I told her I was gonna do the podcast, she's like, what'd you say? Tell us some shit.
I don't remember.
You said
I know I told you to do
you
it.
said you should.
But if I said you do something and you know you be like, I'm not gonna do it, then you go back and forth, I'm gonna do it. So I just go with the flow. Whichever one you wanna do, we with it.
Here, little mama.
Yeah, man, and you are that friend. Right around, in, out, up, down, sideways, whatever. So you rocking with me. as long as I'm happy.
16.
But you check me.
Yeah.
She encourages the fuckery, but she will definitely check me. And I can say out of all my fucking friends, out of everybody I've known, we've never gotten into it. There was one time I was mad at you. I don't know if I ever told you this.
By the way,
I don't think y'all be ever seen us ever be mad at me. For a brief second, I did some shit, but I ain't gonna say what I did, and you know what happened. You probably.
Well, I want to know what I did.
I don't know.
I want to know what happened.
We're going to take it back to what's that, 99? I know what you did last summer.
But you weren't. We were fine. And
So
then
what
one
happened?
time I don't want to talk about it. I'll tell you I'm lying. This is personal shit.
Okay.
I've never told you that for 25 years. You know it was like some petty stupid shit.
Okay.
And I got over it. Like I was just like, why the fuck you mad? Who gives a fuck?
I had to
But
hear
we'll
about
talk about that online. But you the motherfucker that tell me like, do that shit. Do it twice.
Yeah.
But you check me. There have been instances when I was dead fucking wrong. And you done told me like you can't be mad. Can't be mad at the outcome.
Yeah.
That's the bed you made. So lay in it. You a fucking woman. I'm such a fucking lady.
Okay.
And I'm a grown woman. I do whatever I want. Hey man, I'm a grown ass fucking woman, man. 40 as fuck. 40 as fuck, man. It's a blessing. I'm so grateful to have seen 40, and we're all in the 40 and up club. And I just want to say how absolutely beautiful
40 and
ladies
up.
look, how absolutely beautiful they are, man. Inside and out. Inside and out. Both of them, man. Thank you. Thank you. And they know me. Like, they know me. They, like, whatever facade, whatever you think you know, they fucking know.
Right.
You want to know where the bodies are buried?
And we can figure it out without her even talking.
I don't even have to say shit. They know me, like they tell me who the fuck I am on a regular basis, and they know different sides of me because different friends serve different purposes in our lives, right? And you know what I'm saying? For the most part, y'all both know the same sides, but Pep know me. She know high mode, philosophical bullshit mode. Always
Project mode.
Yes, always
I know all the
shit. And Tina does
Sagittarius, you know all the modes.
Tina knows. Y'all both know, man. If y'all want to know where the body's buried, these two y'all need to keep it and break their fingers. And guess what? It's this how solid they are. Y'all have to fucking kill them. That's how I feel. That's how much love is at this table right now, man. So I'm gonna get them off the hot seat because I know both of them like, bitch, please. I'm gonna hear about it later. I'm gonna hear about it later, man. I'm gonna hear about it later. Who ain't got in the fucking building, man? Who's coming man? We got my boy Ready Made in the fucking building, man. Pull him up. Come on, Ready Made.
Come on, you gotta
Don't ask me what episode.
pull up to my bumper, baby.
Oh, Lord.
Come on.
Dude, this is like being at a Lakers game.
Lord.
I mean,
We got my man Ready
don't get
Made.
extra money today.
We got my man Ready Made in the fucking building. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the support. Right on. Don't ask me what episode. It was one of my maybe later episodes. I don't remember, man. We've done. This is episode 52 live, but I probably put out 60 episodes, and I probably got 20, 30 episodes in the tank. Maybe not, maybe 10. I'm exaggerating. I tend to do it. Maybe 10 in the tank. But man, I've been recording like crazy, like, and my man's Opie. I know him as Opie. Y'all know him as Ready Made.
We know him as Opie. That's my dirty. We know him as Opie.
Everybody got a nickname, right? And this go back to fucking
Hey, Fat Pat got
Bayless.
that nickname in freshman year. Fat Pat.
We know Opie with that walk and that talk. Way back.
All I want to know is
You had your minute.
where's the Connect Four table? Because I
I ain't
think
we
you were
ain't
trying to get
Connect
beat on your
Four
first
today,
anniversary.
man. Y'all know I love to play
Yes.
Connect 4. I haven't even played in a while.
Come on.
I ain't played in a while. You have to pull up to the cribs. You know I'm out at the new studio, man. Shout out to Big Stu Studios, man. Stu put me on my fucking bedroom.
Give it up.
Into the studio. Stu can't be here with us right now. We cut into time. We running late. He had a very important dinner date with his wife. Shout out to Mrs. Big Stu, man. It's all fucking love. They had to pull out of here early, but he's here in spirit. He pulled me out my fucking bedroom. But you pulled up when I was in the bedroom, right? So you know I come from humble fucking beginnings. beginnings, man. I come from humble beginnings, and I don't take it for granted. I'm absolutely blessed, man. I'm very fortunate. And my homeboy had an album dropping, and you hit me up. I actually hit you up. I don't know how the fuck the conversation happened, but we got in contact. He was on We Posted Up. Because they don't know we broke. We know we broke. That's some high school shit. These motherfuckers still living we broke, man. But anyhow, so here they go.
We broke?
No.
We broke?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
He got my man's OB. He say he just came through, he just slid through. He just came to show some love. So we ain't gonna put him on the spot. But check out that episode I did with him. Check out the fucking album, Ready Made, man. Streaming everywhere, right?
It's on Spotify.
Alright, streaming on Spotify, wherever you fuck. Check it out. Right on, bro. I appreciate the love. Alright, who we got? We got my home girl, Nikki, in the building. Come on, baby girl. Come on, man. Wow, baby. Wow. Come on.
You gotta go.
Come on, baby.
Speaking to the mic, Mickey.
Oh, wow.
Come on. Yeah, man.
I was just coming to
Mickey
sit.
K's in the fucking building.
I was coming to sit over there and watch.
No, I've been trying to get her on Pure Phuckery the podcast for the longest, man.
I'm shy.
You ain't no fucking
I'm shy. I'm shy.
I know you. You're not
Somebody
shy.
show up.
You are not shy.
I am.
Stop it. That's that bullshit,
We're all
man.
shy up in here.
So, Mickey K and I, we gonna way back. What, 5th grade? I think I met you in 5th grade. Sixth grade? Yeah, man, 6th grade. Look. I love you. We have our own language.
So she
I like juice.
Come here, white girl. Let me teach you
I
how.
never told you.
Let me teach you how to tie rolling your pants. You ain't tie rolling your pants, right, white girl?
That's way back. That's elementary, dog.
I'm so immature. I'm a
Listen.
grown woman now.
But we tie rolling nice.
You tie rolling nice, man. You turned out good. Mickey still blue as a motherfucker. She knows people make fun of her height. I don't make fun of her height, but we're just doing this for theatrics right here. But you're beautiful.
You want to stand up next to me?
No. But different like that. And I got on heels. You got on heels? Yeah. Alright, yeah. She got on heels. It wouldn't be that bad, but
I saw the selfie the other day. That was crazy.
Mickey dragged me out the house like a week or 2 ago. She hit me up like on a Friday night, like after 8. I'm in a bonnet and everything. Like on some chill shit. And Mickey hits me up.
I'm
She's
still
like,
mad.
come outside. You coming outside tonight? And I'm like, fuck it. This is my brunch baby. Like, we fuck with brunch together. Like, it's my brunch baby. She supports me. You always pull up. As soon as that flyers came out, man, you said, I'm there. You like, I'll see you there. I appreciate that about you, Nick. I absolutely appreciate that. That's my Monique. Yes, man. Yes, man. I love you too, baby. I love you too. I'm gonna get you out the hot seat because she's sitting here like,
Thank you.
I'm gonna hear about this later, man. Shout out to my own girl, Mickey,
All
man.
right, get it up.
Love you, baby. I love you.
Give it up.
Alright, who else we got in the building, man?
We got a whole lot.
Give me a volunteer, because I'm gonna start picking people.
We gonna get Angel.
Come on, cuzzo. Give me 5 minutes.
Come on.
Give me a high five.
Come on.
Do it for me.
Do it big, dog.
Me, baby.
You lucky I ain't got no drums or some music. Get
Do
up.
it for me. Trini, you can come back. You trying to get over here. Come on back.
Come on.
Step over it, cuzzo. Step over it. We got some sirens happening right now.
You're welcome, Dirty.
All right. We live, man. All the way fucking live from Off 55 Bar and Grill, man. If you, my eyes low. Hey, Marcus.
Just like
Marcus.
put together with the mics.
Marcus.
Space, yeah.
I be high sometimes.
I got it.
Cause I say your eyes low, man. Shout out to my motherfucking cousin.
Come on, who you
Angel Bunny in the motherfucking building.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Hey man, it's you one of my earlier episodes, like episode I want to say 7 through 10, somewhere around there. And we did insecurities from a woman's perspective. And we unpacked some shit right there, man. We unpacked details, but when we turn the cameras off, me, you, and Chris unpacked some shit, man. Like it was straight tears.
It was.
With my motherfucking cousins, man, all love, man, all love. Like we straight shared some shit, opened up about some shit, and I love you for that moment. You probably forgot all about it until I said something. But yeah, man, that was a major deep ass moment in my life, man, in my adult life.
Some weight was lifted.
Yeah, man. Like we straight unpacked some shit, and it was like one of the realest conversations I've ever had with anybody as close to me as you are. Cause like you my first cousin. Like our mamas was like this, man. Our mamas was tight as fuck. We came up together. We were raised together, man. Like you know me, know me, man. Like yeah, man. My fucking cousin in the building. Yeah, man. And I love you for that. I love you for that, man. What else? A year of pure fuckery. Did you think I was gonna go a year? Because
I was gonna go a year.
You knew I had it in me.
I knew you got a few more years in.
I got a few more years, but I'm gonna be your platform. I'm gonna raise the bar. Yeah, man.
I think it's what you're supposed to be doing with yourself.
It is. It absolutely is. Hey, cause if I don't do nothing else, I'ma talk some shit, man. Get up. If I ever get kidnapped, everybody in this motherfucker,
You gonna negotiate your own ransom.
Hey, she gonna know where she going before they
Let me
get
tell y'all, if I ever get kidnapped, everybody in this motherfucking room, if I get kidnapped and I don't make it back, just know I talk shit to the bitter.
No, you gonna make it back.
But that's they gonna bring me back. But that's the caveat. They probably gonna bring me back. Like I'm like birth control, 99.99%. They probably gonna bring me back. They 0.1%. I might get killed. I might get killed, man.
You taking birth control.
No, they gonna bring you back.
Hey man, they probably gonna bring me back. I appreciate you saying that because that lets me know that
They gonna rethink some shit after they get this. Probably not that I did. I probably shouldn't be doing this.
I picked up the wrong motherfucker. Definitely.
Get up. Get up.
Appreciate you for coming back out. Who we got? Hey, you already know what it is. Miss S.J. Stevens in the fucking building.
Get up.
Let me tell y'all about this one. We had a moment earlier on the phone. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all might remember SJ from the Who Said No New Friends episode. Who Said No New Friends? And I met SJ on some business shit. I reached out to her and connected with her on some business shit, and she found out I had a podcast, and she was like, I want to do a podcast. I'm like, come on my show. I bring her out on the show. 2 hours went by before we even turned the camera on. 2 hours. I be talking, and I be high sometimes. And me and SJ sat there and unpacked 2 hours of bullshit, just getting to know one another, and then we turned the camera on. We didn't know what we were going to talk about on that episode. We had no idea. We kept saying what we going to do on the episode. We talked about everything here. And I went to the restroom, and when I walked in the restroom, and 9 times out of 10, this is how I come up with the episode titles. You wash your hands? Yes, I wash my hands. During recording, I might yell out in the camera like, that's going to be the title of the episode. Or I watch them back and I pick up something from the conversation and say, that's going to be the title. But this instance, I walked in the bathroom, and as I was walking in the restroom, no new friends. Who Said No New Friends popped in my head. And I came out the bathroom and I was like, I got it. And she was like, got what? And I was like, the title. And I said, Who Said No New Friends? And we turned the camera on, and it was so organic. It was so fucking natural. And ever since then, we've been friends. And I do call you one of my fucking friends, man. I absolutely consider you a friend. Like, I don't use the term loosely. If you guys notice, when I caption my content on social media, I say the homeboy, the homegirl. I consider you a friend. She's dope as fuck, man. She's dope as fuck.
Get up.
Real quick.
Get up.
Real quick. Right. she's a grant writer. She teaches a grant writing course. What the fuck else you got going on, man? She's a jack of all fucking trades. And when she's not doing all that shit, she out here dealing with somebody motherfucking son.
Get it up! Get it up! That's called training. You dealing with somebody's son? That's called training. Get it up!
Alright, we go let Miss SJ go. I love you, friends. I love you. Alright, who else we got? Who else?
Alright, give it up, SJ is leaving.
The best Granny, the motherfucking.
Come on, Granny.
It's her 66th birthday. I got her 66th birthday.
Because of getting backlash. Tell your people.
Where them dollars at? It's her 66th birthday, y'all. Happy birthday. 66. Granny, 66 years old.
Do you want me to bring you out, or do you want me to bring you out? Okay, I want you to stand at the door.
She can do all that. Man, we got motherfucking, pardon my language, Granny, but she know what it is. She been around long enough to know that I say words like fuck. You know? She been around long enough. I got a story for y'all, and I hope nobody like that you work with and none sees this, but I got a story for y'all about Granny. I got hella stories for Granny. But I got a good story. Because y'all know sometimes I be high, right? I don't know if I ever told you this. I told Jeremiah you smoke weed. I had to. I had to, Granny, because I told him I smoke weed too. So I had to like take weed off me. I love you, man. Hey, man, it's her 66th birthday, man. Don't she look good?
She's 40 and she's fine.
But Granny, remember that incident I told you about at the park with the police and all that?
Right.
So, right before that happened, I talked to him about smoking weed. And I was like, if you ever want to smoke weed, I'd rather you just steal some out my stash, right? And he was like, you don't smoke weed. And I was like, I do smoke weed. I was like, and he had this look of sheer disappointment on his face that he found out I smoked weed. And like, I never hid it, but y'all know Jeremiah. He's one of those kids. He's perfect to himself. You look in the fucking dictionary of look up model kids. My kid's face is there. Like, he's such a good kid. I love him for it. Hey kid, I appreciate you for always doing absolutely what the fuck you supposed to do, man. I love you, son. But I had to take the heat off me, Granny. So I was like, Granny do too. We was like, what? I was like, what you think we be down here doing when she come over here, boy? I tell you what, I love you though, man. Y'all don't know. This lady rocks with me in, what is it? In, out, up, down, sideways, upside down, around. Don't cry. I fucking love her. Like, she don't know how much love I got in my fucking heart. And I've been distant with everybody. I had that conversation with SJ earlier, letting her know, like, you know, when you go through shit, I'm the type of person, I don't like to burden people with my shit when I got shit going on. I had this show going on and a million other things going on behind the scenes. So when I'm not, my energy's off, I distance myself because I don't want to give you any fucking negative energy. So she probably don't know this. She probably ain't even tripped off of it. But I have. I've been distant with a lot of people because I got a lot of shit going on. But in, out, up, down, sideways, the long fucking way. This lady rocks with me.
Yeah. Yes, she
The
does.
long way. And I
Get it up! Get it up! Get it up!
real quick, it's a life story I'm gonna tell y'all about Granny. Because it's her birthday, she already been drinking. Too long. But this is the last story I'm gonna tell y'all about Granny. I remember when I was in undergrad and my mom passed. And I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do, how I was gonna do it. You know, matter of fact, I was in undergrad and doing my master's. And I ain't trying to be on no, you know what I'm saying? Because if I was, I would say my dual master's, but that's neither here nor there. I don't remember which one it was, but my mom passed right around the time that this was happening. And I was great. I just had Daniel, and y'all know the story with Daniel. He was in the hospital, sick. They told the mom that he probably wasn't gonna make it through the night. And here we are, 13 years later, and this kid is terrorizing me still. He calls me Big Mo. I told everybody to call me Young Mo. This motherfucker calls me Big Mo all day, every day. Don't he be all day, every day? He be like, "What up, Big Mo?" I be like, "It's Young Mo." So I call him Young Big. But anyhow. My mom passed, I just had Daniel, and I didn't know how to fuck, when, where, how, what. And Brittany said, we got this. I got this. We gonna get through this. And she has been there, like, I'm talking about day one, since Jeremiah was born. And I got Daniel now, and then she has been there for me. And I just want to publicly, like I tell her privately, but I like to love my people out loud. And right here, right now, I have this moment, so I just want to tell her how much I fucking absolutely appreciate her. And yeah, Tina and Peb, they were there, but outside of my mama, I wouldn't be half the fucking woman I was if it wasn't for her. Woo! Great! Dropping off, teacher conference. I'm on the other side of the country. She was fucking there, man. You been there. Everything. I'm talking like literally put a roof over my head, fed me. You know what I'm saying? Been there. I'm like no bullshit, and I appreciate you for that, man. I love you for that forever. I am forever indebted to you. I can't give my mama her roses per se, but I swear to fucking God. Say that. Swear to you. Say that. You're gonna get everything from me. Say that. That I feel like I owe you, and I just want to say that publicly, man. I love you and I appreciate you. Oh, happy 66th birthday to her. Come on, Jess, because he showed the fuck up, and I'm shocked. You did a good job. And I ain't trying to say it like that, man. I ain't trying to say it like that. But we got Jess in the fucking building. Me and Jess supposed to be doing an episode for the longest. And we gonna walk into the logistics of the wires and whatever the fuck. All that matters is you're here right now. Jess. Let me tell y'all something.
Share it to everybody again while it's on.
Let me tell y'all something about Jess.
What?
Jess has been in my life for 10 years now. 10 years now. And off and on, we've had our ups and downs. I ain't even lie. Like, when I said he showed up, like, I'm kind of shocked because we haven't really been talking. Last time I seen you was kind of like my birthday. Around my birthday, so December. And I want to say different friends serve different purposes in our fucking lives, right? Like I got friends that are fucking lawyers, doctors, and fucking business women, and bus travelers, motherfucking everything. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hey, shout out to Metro True, man. This is about my guy Jess, man. Like me and Jess have known each other for 10 years. I met him at a company I used to work for. We're not gonna say names, but this is how we met. We gonna talk about Jess. Clean up. I was outside smoking. We were at work, so obviously I was smoking a cigarette. Yes, at times I smoke cigarettes, but that's not the point. Jess was outside smoking, and he says, you smoke? And I was smoking a cigarette. So he knew I smoked weed, because sometimes I'll be high. That's the title of this episode, because sometimes I'll be high. But he knew I smoked weed, at that moment. So we befriend each other off of weed, off of trees. And that's how our friendship blossomed into what it is.
That's very true.
Little great boy.
And now, this is what it is now. Just a blaring alarm. It's like, I'll see you when I see you. Wait till that thing turns off.
Somebody should stop it.
Somebody drive a Tesla, like G said.
As far as it, make it stop. We're live here.
Somebody driving a cycle, whatever.
That's why you're live. That's how it is.
It's all now. It's real time. Yeah, that's how I met Jess. We bonded over weed. And I have several friendships where the bond was over weed, man.
Okay, I think that's like how friendships start. Like
Sometimes.
you bond over weed.
Sometimes friendships start by bonding over weed, man. And here we are 10 years later. We've had a friendship of ups and downs, ins and outs and arounds, but you showed up tonight, man, and I absolutely appreciate that. That's mad fucking love, because if we were talking, like, it ain't no beef, no drama. We just, you know, I be needing a break sometimes, because sometimes I be happy. And we took a break from each other. We took a break from each other, and the fact that he showed up tonight, like when he walked in the door, I was like, what the fuck is here, man? Now, if we weren't in the space we were in, without a shadow of a doubt, I know you would have came. But I wasn't 100% sure that you would show up, and I appreciate that, man. And, like, I love you. You know that I love you. And publicly, I want to say that, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we have to take a break from our friends because different friends serve different purposes in our lives.
Absolutely. I'm an asshole. So, absolutely, yeah. I am a complete fucking scumbag.
Any social media public acknowledgement of this friendship between us, because it's not that I'm ashamed, but it's not that I'm not ashamed. And any acknowledgement of our friendship, I always say, like, he's a douchebag. Like, when you're on your birthday, I was like, let's have a toast to the assholes. Let's have a toast to the douchebags.
We don't need to repeat the Kanye.
The Kanye.
You might be copyrighted.
I love him, and right now we're taking a break, and I'm so glad that you came out tonight. It's good to see your fucking face, man. Stick around, have a drink. You know it's all love. We know the friendship that we have, so
I will always
don't think, like, we're not going to be offended. He's not going to be offended.
I need to talk to you for 2 years. You call me and say, hey, I need to help me move to Atlanta again. I'm going to be like, yeah.
Talk about moving to Atlanta.
Boom!
Talk about moving to Atlanta.
Boom! He shot a cannon.
Jess,
I got you.
when I moved to Atlanta, y'all, Jess came over my fucking house, drunk as fuck,
Cold
high as fuck, and he was like, I'm here. He came in and laid down for a little bit, y'all. I got up, I loaded the car up, and woke him up and was like, it's loaded, and...
Well, okay, when she say it's loaded, I'm sitting like this in my
he was
passenger
so
seat.
mad at me.
She talking about some outdrive. She over here. She made all the space for her.
But we making most of it. Like, you get cursed at me. And we cursed at each other. He put some ketchup on the dash, and I pulled off, and the ketchup fell. So he blames me.
She saw the ketchup. She saw the ketchup on the dash.
Him for putting the ketchup on the dash,
In my car.
me for driving, because I'm driving and it's gonna fall anyway. We cursed each other out. We cursed each other out in the car ride. But I loaded that car up when we got down to Atlanta and unloaded that shit. He had the best weekend of his life, though.
Oh, it's very great.
Had the best weekend of his life, man.
Oh, man.
I know him. He went on his own.
I need some strippers. I got videos.
He absolutely had a ratchet ass weekend, and he was like, I'm so glad I came on this trip. Like, how many people gonna move you from one state to the next and tell you they glad they came on this trip? And in the process, you pay for everything on that trip. Gas. Like, that's the type of man he is. Like, he paid for gas, buy me food. Like, despite, did I pay back? All right, right on. He told me even. Okay, I mean, you ain't have to say it on camera. I'm trying to get you a date, bro.
I don't want that. You think I want that, bro? Hey, he pays for everything. Come on here, fuck that.
You're right, but he doesn't trick off, ladies, never mind. But Jess, absolutely, you've been that friend in my life. You played a pivotal role in my life, especially the last 6 years. You've been there through breakups. You deserve better. You be like, motherfucker,
Oh,
nigga,
man, yeah.
shit. You deserve better. Like, you've been there, man, and you're here tonight for my 1 year anniversary live fucking show, man.
Come on.
Get it up! Get it up! Get it up!
My baby sis in the building. I got my baby.
We rock here. Oh, wait, what she doing? She gotta get, okay.
Miss.
Come on.
We call you. Should I
Come
call
on.
You didn't know.
She told me to call her Big Mama, y'all. Let me tell you about the nickname Big Mama. She was like 12, right? Because I'm graduating.
You rocking them
like
glasses
12, telling us to call her Big Mama. They were like, you're 12 years old. Where'd she go? She telling us to call her Big Mama, man. If y'all don't know, this is my baby fucking sis, man.
Because I felt like
These some fucking sunglasses on, there's no sun in here.
in the building.
You've always been mature. You've always been a very mature, way more mature than me. Yeah, absolutely, way more mature than me. Don't mind talking shit.
She was fabulous.
But no, man, it's my baby sister, man.
Get up! That's my masseuse. Get up!
Hey, masseuse, massage therapist, licensed massage therapist.
What you be
Get up! She'll come to you.
Get up!
She will come to you.
Small
Rub you
business.
down real good. I'ma have you go rub Granny down. Get Granny a massage. I'm gonna give you, make sure I remind you. We're gonna go get Granny a massage for her birthday. But man, this is my baby sister. Same mama, same pops. We're in the same motherfucking household. This is your first time on Pure Phuckery, the podcast. And we are recording live from All 55 Bar and fucking Grill. Shout out to Miss J for lending us the space to host a live episode here, man. Shout out to Miss J, All 55 Bar and Grill, man. So I got my baby sister in the fucking building, man. And you've known since before I started doing the podcast, like, you were in the know that I was going to do a podcast, and
I was.
here I am a year later, and I don't know. What? Give me some words. Give me some words of encouragement. Tell me a story. Give me something.
I'm super proud of you. I'm glad that you've chosen this path because it's something that you've always wanted to
Tell
do.
them the story. I won't tell it. Tell them the story.
I mean, growing up, she would always say she wanted to be a broadcaster.
Yeah, I went to
radio
broadcast
DJ,
for me. A brief moment.
She did, and that was her passion, her very first passion. So I was just like, at some point, Mama, I thought you were going to do this. I thought you were going to do that.
I changed my mind, man.
And now she's doing exactly what she wanted to do. So that's inspiring.
I love every
like,
fucking moment.
Yes, and I feel like my sister is just doing her best self. So I'm excited.
Yeah! Let me tell you about, I've told this story before, but I have somebody here. Keisha's not here. She couldn't make it up because she's taking our middle niece up to look at a college, so she couldn't come up this weekend. But we gonna talk about the story where we were on the east side because she can vouch this story for me. When the dudes tried to rob us. Tell these fuckers that it happened, Till. Tell these guys ran up on us.
Okay, I must say my sister is the most gangster person I've ever
Hey
met.
man, y'all better listen to her. I ain't no punk bitch.
She made me feel like I can handle anything because
Hey,
of
man.
this moment. She actually like bucked the robber back. Like,
Hey man, I'm gonna
he
get out
knocked
the
her-
details. Let me get them the details real quick.
Okay, I just have to say he knocked her and she knocked him back. I wasn't
Let me tell
I
you.
was like, oh my god, like just give him what he wants. And she's
She did.
like,
She
no.
was like, give it to him because he ran up. He's like, give it up, give it up. He wanted my purse. She didn't have a bag. Me, her, and
I did have a
Keisha.
bag, but he didn't want my bag. He wanted your
Me, her,
bag.
and Keisha walking. When they first approached us, Keisha ran. Like, Keisha got the fuck up, like, in true Keisha fashion. I swear to God, she was behind the car biting her nails like Ebony in motherfucking Players Club. And Tiff stood there with me. Like, Tiff the baby sister, but me and her have always had, like, a really dope ass bond.
I'm a rider.
And she stood there, right there with me, and these dudes like, give it up, and I'm like, give what up? And she's like, give him your purse. And I'm like, I'm not giving him my purse. And the dude had his arm behind his back like he had a gun. And Tiff was like, just give it to him. And I sized up the situation. I looked at the situation and I sized up the moment. And my sister's sitting here, she can vouch because she stayed the entire time. And in my head, he's no bigger than my kid. At the time, Jeremiah was like 11, 12, 13. And y'all know Jay always been a big kid. So I'm like, I can take this little motherfucker because I know if it came down to it, I could beat the fuck out of Jeremiah if I ever had to, right? Just because y'all know kids be getting out of pocket. And I'm prepared for whatever. Just like Daniel, I'm looking at the camera. Daniel Anthony Madison, if you look at this motherfucking video, just know. Meet me on that lawn whenever you ready, kid. we joke like that, but one day I might have to fuck Daniel up though. But I sized the moment up and I said I can take this fucking kid. And in that moment I decided, here's the thing, let me rewind. I hit him, I went to hand him my purse. And when he reached for it, with the hand he's supposed to have the gun in. So I'm like, you ain't got no fucking gun. Because he had on like some flimsy ass shorts. There was no gun in that back. And his homeboy was across the room. Think of where Lo said. It's me, Tiff right here where this light at, and he's right here next to me. And he's like, give it up. And I'm like, give what up? Tiff's like, give me your purse. And I hand him my purse. And when I saw he didn't have a gun, I yanked it back. And this motherfucker started counting. He said, I'm going to count to 5. And if you don't give me that gun, and I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. So he started counting. This motherfucker says, are we being punked? I swear to God. Are we being punked? Yeah. And he counted to 5 and he punched me. He punched me. I punched that motherfucker back, y'all. I punched him back. And we started squabbling on my purse. I was trying to put my hand in my purse because I had a knife. And for whatever reason, we started yelling, help, help, help. And nobody came, but they ran. And then out the motherfucking blue, here comes Keisha with some drunk ass white man. She was like, I went to get help. And that is not the help we need. That was his ass. Like at one point I looked at his homeboy that was there to rob us. I was like, help us. Like, you're not gonna help this nigga rob us. Help us get away, because he was in headlights. Swear to God, I told this story on the podcast. My sister was there, so she vouches for me. This actually happened, man. And in that, since then, Tiff has told me that I'm like the most gangster person that she knows. And I absolutely wear that like a badge of honor. Because I swear to God, aim first. Shoot first.
She taught me.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shoot.
At that moment, she taught me that you have to be strong and not just give it up. And that made me feel like my sister was like the most gangster person in the whole world.
Yeah, I'm like her own personal superhero, man. Because there were 2.
But he was like way in the back, so he didn't
He was just as scared as we were.
One robber, and it didn't teach me to fight back.
Fight back. Is that all that I taught you over the 36 years that I've known you?
No, you taught me to definitely give what you want to give, basically, and do everything you want to do in whole life, and just enjoy it. Make the most of it and appreciate every moment you have. That's what you taught me.
Get up! Get up, sisters and sisters!
I also want to say that she said if somebody kidnapped her, like all of your people would be there.
Cell phone.
Whatever the case is, with the kidnapping, I just want to say my dad also taught me you should have never been there, period.
Daddy go come and get us. My daddy not here. Let's talk about. You weren't in the car. I didn't We don't talk about my daddy real quick, just real quick.
That's my favorite quote from my dad. You should have never been there, period.
That is true. I didn't tell you. You shouldn't even been there.
So nobody else has to be kidnapped. Just don't be there, period.
Listen to this story, because she knows this story.
I don't want to be present. If you get kidnapped, I don't want to have anything to do with it, and I just don't want to be there, period.
Listen, you know this story, so vouch for me on this story. Keisha caught a flat. We were driving down 70 going to my dad's house, and the tire, she had just got her car out of like a shop. The tire flew off. Like on the highway, the whole tire, the rim, everything. They didn't nut it they didn't vote it. I didn't mean to say nut. Although I could use a nut. But anyhow, I'm so fucking inappropriate, man. I'm such a fucking lady. But my daddy, look, we had traffic backed up from 70 all the way down to 170 to 40. And my daddy figured out a way how to get the fuck to us, parked underneath the bridge, and this nigga came up. Y'all know sometimes I say nigga. This nigga came up the side of the bridge of the highway. Like motherfucking long range. Like, I felt like Clint Eastwood or like Liam Neeson. Like, if I were to get taken, I felt in that moment my daddy would come get me, man. So shout out to my motherfucking pops, my only. He came and gave me a bitch flowers while he present. And speaking,
I love my father.
I love my pops and I love my sissy. We gonna let you go because we gotta start wrapping up. What up? Anything you got for the fuckers?
That's all.
All right, baby. Thank you.
I
So
get up for sister.
Because I'm such a fucking lady, man.
Yes.
Because I'm such a fucking lady. We don't call my homegirl. We got Miss Darnita in the fucking building. She's such. I call her Lady D, y'all. So welcome, Lady D.
Come on, get up.
Phuckery, the podcast. We are live at all 55.
Let's introduce some chicken and shrimp to the podcast.
Right on. Watch your drink, baby. Watch your drink. Did you get it on? So we got my homegirl, Lady D, in the fucking building. Hey, let me tell y'all, Lady D is my best friend's other best friend. And in turn, we are friends. This is my sis, man. Pep know this, but she ain't in her. She built the bond between us, man. I love it. She texted me earlier and said she wasn't gonna make it, so I wasn't even expecting you to be here, man.
Speaking to the mic, B.
Listen, she here. I don't know what the fuck possessed her to text me earlier and say she couldn't make it, because I read it and was like, in that moment, this is how my y'all favorite Dr. Bay's brain works. In that moment, I kind of got down because I was like, you're one of the people that I absolutely knew was going to be in the fucking building. And when you said you wasn't going to make it, I was like, ain't nobody going to come. Like, that's how my thought process works. Because, like, if Darnita ain't coming, ain't nobody coming. Like, I felt like that in that moment. Like, no bullshit. And Darnita came, and I'm absolutely fucking surprised. And I'm amazed at the outcome, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Phuckers. Man, they in the fucking I absolutely appreciate it. And like I said, I don't know what circumstances possessed you to text me and say I'm not making it, but you made it. And this is one of my biggest fucking supporters. Like, you a silent supporter. She shared every. I can post a pile of shit on Facebook. And I'm gonna post share. We absolutely need friends like that in our life. Like I said, get you some friends. Get you some friends that serve different purposes in your life. Different friends serve different purposes in our lives. Maybe I'll change that the title of the episode because sometimes I'll be high. I mean, it works, but different friends serve different purposes in our life. And you absolutely serve a huge purpose in my life, and you probably don't know that. But even before the podcast, like, you just always been one of those people that always supported, always show love. And you know how some people have those friendships where it's multiple friends in a circle and everybody like, this is my best friend, this is my best friend. I can honestly say, with our shared best friendship, me and you click like a motherfucker. We ain't never had no drama, no beef. It's always love. And that's our best friend. And we love her as our best friend. She served with the background in both our lives. We ain't gonna talk about how you married your cousin. We ain't gonna talk about how she married your cousin, but that's another episode. We gonna bring on her. We love it. It worked. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it, and it was her, man. But yeah, man, and you've been that supporter, you've been that fucking friend, and I'm talking about forever. Like, we known each other as long as I've known her, basically. Right. And you rock with me, and I love you forever for it, Lady D, because she's such a fucking lady. And they both are Pisces, and I think that's why we fuck with each other too, man. Because I fuck with Pisces a long way. SJ's a motherfucking Pisces. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Pisces a long way, man. We the real ones. Who told you that? We the real ones. We all Pisces. We all. You gonna like support and the energy that you pour into me, man, on a regular basis for years, over years. Like our kids, we watched our kids grow up. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day.
Get up! Get up!
Who else we got in the fucking building? Who else I'm calling?
We calling Big Daddy Mac to the stage. Get up for D! We gonna give it up for D! I ain't gonna call him the asshole because he's relevant.
Coming up. He already. I'm looking at the board. Who?
What's your name?
Danny.
Hey, Danny. Nice to meet you.
Danny fucking
Speaking to the
Brown,
mic.
man.
Speaking to the mic, D. Slide over.
Hey y'all, this way, baby girl. Danny's episode hasn't aired, but I'ma publicly ask you, cause you know what we talk about.
Oh shit!
I was just talking to my
You
friend
can
about
listen.
that. I'm like,
Listen, Danny.
Listen, she got me so freaking drunk.
We got fucked up on the episode. Danny, we got real quick. We gonna highlight Danny, cause shout out to our fucking I'm high. Sometimes I'm high. Sometimes I'll be high.
Shout out
our black editors, black writers, content creators. Miss Danny Brown is with the St. Louis American. Shout out to the St. Louis
Shout out!
I know she wanted to put her on the spot.
Black woman on the move.
Yes, definitely. Young black woman on the move. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I had her on a podcast episode a few weeks ago, but it hasn't aired. We were trying to make room for our 52nd episode, which we're airing live right here, right now, at the All 55 Bar and fucking Grill. Shout out to Miss J. Shout out to the Phuckers in the building, man. Shout out to Big School family. Shout out to AFM, my AFM family, man. Shout out to Mr. fucking Marcus in the building.
Shout out!
Get
up for Big M.
But I got Miss Danny Brown in the building. I'm gonna ask her publicly. You can tell me yes or no. We're gonna air the episode, and I couldn't come up with a title because the title that I came up with, I wanted to ask you because you weren't gonna. I was like, me, I would be okay.
I'm trying to remember.
I would be okay because I understand it's pure Phuckery, the podcast. It's Phuckery, and it just shows you. It shows your multifaceted self. You know what I'm saying? And this is a different side of you. Like, I want to introduce you to a different side of me. And Danny gave me a different side of her. I got her fucked up. And some shit came out. And this is the title of the episode I came up with. And don't look at this the wrong way, but understand it's a conversation we talk about previous experiences. If you watch the podcast,
Don't
y'all know about
associate
it.
this with my job at all.
Just like I tell y'all, Dr. Monique Ross and your favorite Dr. Bay are two completely different motherfuckers. When I walk in corporate America, I am Dr. Monique Ross.
Who you with?
But on Pure Phuckery, the podcast, I am your favorite Dr. Bay. Those are two completely different bitches. If you see me out in a suit and tie, you reference me as Dr. Ross. Don't come up to me talking about Dr. Bay. No, or none of that. Dr. Ross. So understand that this platform calls for this conversation. And the title of the episode that I came up with, Danny, was Whole Phase.
That's all right.
And Stu was like, Whole Phase.
Who you with? We all have that shit.
Ask her first. He was like, I love it, but ask her first, right?
I'm fine
And
with
she's okay with that. So when we air this episode, Whole Phase, and y'all watch
wait
it.
a minute. I think I want you to cut out what the boy.
Hit me offline. Hit me offline and we'll edit it out. Because I told
You know what I'm
you.
talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. And I told you, if there's anything you want me to take out, let me know and we'll remove it. I'm going to send you the episode before it airs. And you can tell me what to take off. Because we got fucked up there, right? And we talked about our whole face. I want our whole face. Listen, let me tell y'all
What's her
something.
name? What's her street name?
Nigga blood.
Talk that shit.
Almost
Talk that shit.
Almost
Talk that shit. Get
Your favorite Dr. Bay knows what it's called. I know. Yes, I know. I done had a whole phase. It has happened. I'm sorry, Granny. I done had a whole phase. It is what it is. But I ain't gonna keep you, mama. I ain't gonna keep you. Shout out to my kids. Shout out to your friends. Shout out to Ray J. Thank you for coming out. Man, who else we got? We got Katie. We got Katie. Killer Katie. Killer Katie in the
Let me bring out. Now coming to the stage. We got Katie. Get your ass up there. You in a hot seat.
In a motherfucking building. Let me tell y'all a story. We found out that our kids graduated high school together, the same high school. We were out one night with our homeboy Marcus. Mickey.
Not our own.
Mickey.
Not our own.
Mickey loud ass. Shut the fuck
Hey
up.
guys.
It's day.
I literally was like, little titties look good.
Hey. I'm telling you guys, we're not going to be able to hear it. I don't know if you've seen me behind the scenes, but the background music or the background has taken over her show. So when I step outside, I can't hear what she's saying.
Let's tell the story real quick.
All right,
I don't really want to. It's fine. Let me tell you how me and Katie met. We were out one night and we just bonded, right? And we went to exchange numbers, and I swear to God, her number was already programmed in my phone, her name and everything, and my name was programmed in her phone.
Andrews, though.
Yeah, like we straight
Like
already had.
professionally. Like mother.
And I don't recall ever meeting this lady a day in my life. But we realized that our kids graduated high school together, same years.
You have my kids'
I have
picture?
a picture of her son for prom on my dresser, sitting up on my dresser. Her kid,
Only pictures
and
she
my
has.
kid and a few other kids.
Life is
And
so beautiful.
It's crazy. Like life is
She
something.
goes, I've
man.
never seen your son.
But let me
He's
tell
the only one in the white
She's
suit.
seen my son. Let me tell you, motherfuckers. Jeremiah, I apologize for telling this fucking story on camera, but
He's the editor.
Jeremiah got drunk one night at a party senior year, and I'm not ashamed to tell
I
the story
do
because,
not.
like I said, he's a model child. He was parked outside in his car, asleep, drunk, throw up all over him. One of the basketball
I have no idea what
dads
she's
called
talking
me.
about.
One of the basketball dads called me because his son was responsible enough and went home and told woke his dad up and had his dad come down and picked me up and took me to my son.
Which
where
was
I
at my
found
house?
him. No, listen. I found him drunk in the car. And I had to drive him home, take him home, clean him off. I'm talking about strip the boy naked, my Jeremiah, and put him in the shower and get him to bed. And y'all want to know who the motherfucking where he was at? The house that threw the party, that provided the alcohol for this party? I later found out it was killer motherfucking Katie. It was killer motherfucking Katie. My kid got drunk at her house.
First of all, I go to sleep at 7, like most of y'all older women.
That's that bullshit.
You could literally break into my house
That's that bullshit.
and take everything I own, and I will not wake up. So, when
Don't you
I was
lie.
told that Dr. Mo was outside, out of a dead sleep, let me tell you.
No, I went outside. This wasn't at your house. He made it. He made it back to Webster.
Well, but you're not that mom.
Yeah, I'm not
Sorry,
that
that's a different mom.
No, but yeah, he was at her house party.
I came outside.
Apparently, her house was the party house.
My son
kid
Jordan
senior
was
year.
very, very popular.
Yeah.
And your child was also, so.
He was popular, but Jeremiah low key. Jeremiah is the quiet, handsome.
I think Jeremiah
guy
was a pusher.
That's a pusher. What's a pusher? Like a drug pusher?
Just whatever. Like,
No, he ain't Jeremiah pushy.
No.
My kids are
Well, I think he ain't push nothing. We gon' change it. Like, wait a minute. Maybe we have different ideas. Anyway, we're in a break commercial. Maybe we have different ideas of what a pusher is. So we gon' keep it pushing.
Eat a God's supper, bitch.
Now you gotta push it. Now
He
you
got
push it.
Killer Katie, check it out. It'll be streaming live coming soon.
With
real
Big
soon.
Stu.
We got motherfucking Killer Katie in the building. She will be.
I love you.
Yeah, Big Stu.
You have been amazing. I was I've lost my home, I've lost everything this year, but what I gained was one of the best friends I ever met, and somebody that taught me in understanding the universe. No, I'm not. Okay. You taught me to understand the universe, and I love it.
I love you. I love you.
You are an amazing person.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. I love you. Give me up. I love you.
Okay.
All right, check for her podcast coming soon. I saw the Franklins into the building. We don't call them both up real quick. They just celebrated 15 years of marriage. They both have done an episode of Pure Fuckery the podcast. They both have done an episode of Pure Fuckery the podcast. We got the motherfucking Franklins in the building. We got to put some. Yeah, I ain't no little girl. I'm a grown woman. I do whatever I want. Hey man, we got the Franklins in the building. I know it's warm. Scoot in so we can get the mic. Man, we got the Franklins in the building. Speak it to the mic. Just this past Wednesday. Was it Wednesday, Chris? They celebrated. That's the official anniversary date. April 26th, 28th. April 28th, these, in the words of Joe, these cool cats and kittens. This the only, Joe the only motherfucker I know that say shit like cool cats and kittens. Get up! 15 years of marriage. Yes. They ain't even over 30 for real. Here we go. We got my man Tony in the building, AKA
International Tone.
AKA
To make it make sense.
AKA
Always got a quick.
AKA
Always got a story. Big beard.
AKA and we got Mrs. Franklin AKA Killer K. Come on.
No, you can have that name.
Okay.
Come get them edibles.
Come on. Oh. Mrs. Franklin, man. Hey, Phuckers, man, tell them happy anniversary. And I'm by supplier. Thank you, man. 1 year, man. 1 year. This is my real family. This Angel brother. Y'all know Angel, my cousin Angel, and Leah brother. They sisters. It's my cousin Big Tom in the fucking building with his fucking beautiful ass wife. We not doing that again. Miss Christy. 15 years. And 1/3 of we posted up the podcast streaming live, streaming everywhere where you can listen to podcasts, man. Check them out because the shit is dope. I'm telling you, this shit is mad dope. But this ain't about that. This about the 15 years, man.
No, it's about you.
It is about you, guys. Thank you. They both have been on. You done 2 episodes. Christy's been on. Me and Tom did insecurities from a man's perspective. We unpacked a lot on the episode. It's my cousin, man. He was open. He was transparent. He shared some shit. Like you were like I love that. And then y'all started the podcast. Killer K. Killer K. Killer K.
I am not stealing from you.
Just come on.
Come on, Katie.
That was 1 year. I'll get your moment. Give me a few. I'm gonna get to you in a second. But
Everybody else is
here's the thing. They both did.
Okay, everybody take a pause.
Y'all, they both did insecurity episodes. So Tom did insecurities from a man's perspective, and Chris came on with Angel and did insecurities from a woman's perspective. And we unpacked a lot on those episodes, man. We talked about a lot of shit, went into depth. Like you talked about some insecurities from a man's perspective. What were some of the things you talked about? Give me something.
Number one, probably from a man's perspective, would be money.
You talked about losing hair. Your sex drive.
Sex drive.
We ain't gonna put them on the spot, but we unpacked a lot. And me and Chris and Angel unpacked a lot. But remember, I told y'all after me and Chris and Angel's episode, behind the scenes, you weren't here for that. But you remember the conversation that me and Angel had after we did that episode. And I told him earlier, like, we shed tears, we talked, and we unpacked some shit, and we got some shit off our chest. And like, she's married to my cousin. Like, this is my mom's sister's son, and they're married. And for this to be an in-law, we think it's thieves. Like, I love Chris. She get on my nerves, and I know I get on her nerves. I get on everybody's nerves. But you've been there. But I'm real. You are. From day one. From day one, you've been there, and you be like, Mo. And that's usually how it goes. But we've had some great moments, and we had that moment in my bedroom where we laughed, we cried, and we unpacked some shit, we shared some shit, expressing things that we have been feeling regarding family and all that shit. And I just want you to know, like I told Angel, your sister-in-law, that night meant a lot to me. That night meant a lot to me, and I really pondered on it a lot after you guys left. And it was one of those moments. It was one of those moments that I look back on, and I'm like, I absolutely needed to have that with you. Like, it was like a powwow, and I absolutely needed to have that with you. And it was like so vulnerable and so sincere and just real, man. It was real. It was raw. It was impromptu. And I don't know if you remember the conversation, but I remember the conversation, and I believe that you do too, because it was such an impactful conversation. But I just want to tell you, man, that brought us closer. That definitely brought us closer. I hope it brought you and Angel closer as sisters, because I mean, we don't do that in-law shit over here. You know, I say Chris, and I say she my cousin-in-law, but don't be dismissive. We don't do that in-law shit over here like that.
Cause what, Mo? We got out the mud, right?
We got out the mud, man. I saw you and Tony when y'all were kids, man, and y'all came up and you guys, not to take the subject off of me in that moment, but y'all have absolutely built a beautiful, amazing life together. And I just want to say big ups to y'all. What I said at y'all anniversary dinner the other night, I know it's a little, you know, because sometimes I be high. I meant that shit. And I love y'all, and I admire y'all, and I wish y'all had 100 more years of marriage, man. They're a beautiful ass family. So I'm going to take y'all off the hot spot real quick. Let me get y'all the hot seat. I appreciate y'all for coming. We got a few more people I see that I want to pull up real quick.
Who you with, Mo?
We got Nino Los in the fucking building. Come on, Lo. He there from the beginning. Come on, Lo. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. We got Nino Los in the building. Because y'all know we posted up a podcast. Y'all know they in the fucking building. They in the building. Come on.
Can I bring them out? Can I bring them out? Hey, y'all, coming to the stage. We got We Coasted Podcast. Get up. Get up. Get up. Let's go. Talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
We got the We Posted Up podcast. The whole crew.
Wait.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I am Demond, aka D-Money.
Come on. Come on.
Mr. 2 for 20.
AKA.
If it ain't rough, it ain't me.
AKA.
If she bleeding, I'm still beating. You see it? You see it? Young girl alert.
AKA.
Big sexy.
AKA.
Sexual chocolate.
AKA.
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got today. Hey, and to my right.
That dude in there, aka Mr. Miyagi.
Come on.
Mr. Nino Lowe.
Come on.
Big Papa.
Come on.
Mr. Make No Sense.
Come on.
In this motherfucker.
Come on.
That's all I got today.
All right.
Hey, and to my
Already said mine, bro.
Come on. Do it again.
It's Lil Tony.
Come on.
AKA
Big Tony.
Come on.
St. Louis Tony.
Come on.
International Tony.
Come on.
Mr. Bacon.
Mr. Bacon makes sense.
Come on.
Always got a question for you.
Come on.
Always got a story for you.
Come on.
Big Bird.
Come on. Come on.
That's it.
Come on. And who you with? Who you with? Who you with?
Here we go.
Hey, man.
What you gonna say?
Y'all know what it is.
Let's wrap it up.
Come on.
Hey, you never
It's
gave us your
your
question.
favorite Dr. Bag.
AKA?
Get out! Get out!
Hey.
You know what it is,
Hey, when
man.
we
It's
was
your
on your
girl,
show,
Mo.
when we was on your show and we did the takeover, you never gave us your question to end the show. So that's how we gonna end this show.
How
You
we
end it
ending
with
the
your
show, man?
Slide in.
We not ending yet, because I got
music shit.
Twine, come up. We got Twine. We gonna call Twine up real quick. Come on with us, Twine.
Honorary we posted up member.
Twine is an honorary resident.
He always just forces me.
Twine is an honorary resident of We Posted Up.
And to my right, we got
AKA.
Yo, this dude right.
AKA.
Come on.
Fuck the mouths.
Come on.
AKA.
Mr. Always on the grind.
What else?
Mr. Had 3 stimulus. Father first.
AKA.
Look at it.
That's all I got.
It's like
You can't be. You got 3 stimulus.
I can't say it, man. I got my family. This is my family, man. This is my fucking family. We posted up the podcast, man.
Deep.
I got my
just
uncle in
sneak
the
on this
building.
motherfucker.
Come on up, bro. No. I'm gonna give you your phone. I'm gonna give you your phone separate. That's my
We only got so much, Mo.
We get ready to shut down. But man, I just wanted to bring my guys from We Posted Up the podcast. We got Nuno in the building. Nuno, give me some words of encouragement. Something to say something.
I ain't got a poem today, but I want to give you a big up to what you
do it off the dome.
do it off the dome. I can't come out. I got to say it for the show.
Turn the lights down. It's time to get into the live show. Let's get into Los Live.
Real quick off the dome.
There we go, Los. Get into Los Live, Los.
You can turn the light. Come on, y'all. We got Los Live. Hey, you guys. No, everybody quiet. Quiet down.
Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down. For me. Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down.
Hold your hands up. We got Los Lounge, man. We gonna give y'all Los.
You gonna bring me in or you gonna bring me in?
As amazing as she looks, her personality is the same. Nothing means so much more. Neither fortune nor the fame.
Come
She
on.
walks and talks like a queen. Also filled with class.
Yes. I should have had my grill. I forgot it.
As I ride down Martin Luther King, I feel damn, this bitch better have my cash. I know what y'all thinking. Damn, them women over there pretty cheap. But it's only been twice. I done had bumps on my meat. Oh well, that's a cure for everything. As long as I got the bread. Let's start helping out the homeless more and make sure all our little ones are fed.
Get up! Get up! Get up!
Give me a question. Y'all can give me some. Y'all give me some.
Don't be dark.
Look, that's a Get Friendly Show. This is a Get Friendly Show.
Oh, no.
This is a Get Friendly Show.
Alright, Monique, would you rather?
Would I rather?
Would you rather?
Would I rather?
Not shower for a week, but able to change clothes, or change clothes and able to shower.
Can't change clothes, but can shower.
Yeah.
Hey, if we keep it 100, I've done that. I've done that. I've had moments in my life where
For a
there
week.
were.
This for a week.
Hey,
For a week.
listen. I've had some dark days, and I've had some hills to climb. But when I look back,
Now we at a funeral.
when I look back, come on.
When I look back over my life and see all the things that God has done. Yeah.
I can say that my
But
good
let
days
me outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. We gonna give it up. We gonna give it up for her. We gonna give it up.
It don't matter because I've done it, man. I've had some moments in my life where I didn't shower for a whole day. It don't matter, man. I was in the bed, I was depressed, I was sad, I was down, I was fucking out. And I ain't watching my
It's like
Pam had called me. Pam had called me and said, did you shower today? Do you need different friends serve different purposes in their lives? So, I'm not. I'd rather not make to wash my ass and wear the same clothes.
It's about the draws for me. I can't do the custom draws. It's about the draws for me.
I wear the same clothes.
Angel, what you say you doing? It's about the draws for me.
D.
Hey, D, I gotta wash my ass.
That's what I said. You all gotta wash your ass. It's about the draws for me.
Man, I'm done both.
Here go one more. Here go one more. This is one of my favorite ones right here. This is one of my favorite ones. It's not dark.
Hurry up, because I just spotted somebody in the audience, man.
All right,
Hurry up.
would you rather eat a snow cone or somebody's piss or walk around with a shit?
Pipe down! Pipe down! Pipe down!
Boy, stop.
Oh my God.
Would I rather eat a... Listen to the question. We lost
Pipe down! Pipe down! Pipe down for me.
Would I rather eat a snow cone of somebody's piss or walk around with shit in my ass?
For 3 days.
For 3 days.
Oh!
You walk around with shit for 3 days?
No. If you watch Phuckery the podcast, you know I'm 40 as fuck now. And when I'm 39, 40 has been some different shit. And my hemorrhoids been acting up. So I don't want no shit in my ass.
TMI! TMI!
Pissy snow cones, man, because I can't deal with shit in my booty area like that. Even fingers. Like,
You single for life now. You single for life now.
that part of my life that
You single for life.
I'm rehab center for these.
Unless you meet a bitch like Joe. You meet a bitch like Joe. I'ma take.
I got 2 more videos up real quick.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Bring my uncle up here, man.
That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be.
My uncle still got his shirt on. That's a big deal.
Hey. Now coming to the stage. Hold on. Now coming to the stage is Uncle.
Usually my uncle takes his shirt off by the end of the night, right? When it's a party. You know. Weddings, funerals.
Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down. For me.
Whatever the function, y'all. Whatever function, my uncle ends up with his shirt off. You know it.
Come on, take it off.
If he stick around and the music start playing, he gonna take his shirt off.
Come on. Take it off. Come on.
Game, no tone.
Let me tell y'all.
I think it's the game, but where the party starts.
No, we're not clapping. No, you're not clapping.
Take it off.
Let me talk to y'all about my uncle real
I think
quick.
it's the game, baby.
Let me talk to y'all about my uncle real quick. This is my mom's. May she rest in peace. My mom been gone. My mom been gone 13 years, but this is her baby brother. And I want to tell y'all something about my uncle. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. He like Lady D with the sharing of my social media content. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. My uncle showed the fuck up. I seen him in text about some shit I got going on. He ain't gonna reply right then and there. But the day that the day of the event, my uncle pulled the fuck up. He showed the fuck up, man. And I just want you to know, I want to tell you, Uncle, it doesn't go unnoticed. I love you. I appreciate the support that you showed me. I appreciate you just being an uncle, like, and no shade to nobody. No shade to nobody. But you stay there when it counts. You're there when it fucking counts, man. And I love you. And you know I'm to. Cause like last year, your birthday, he was down on Martin Luther King Boulevard, man. I couldn't find nobody to go with me, but nobody available. And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna roll by myself. I pulled up down there on Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. I got so fucking cool with it. I got out the car and took some pictures on Martin Luther King Boulevard in front of Lee when they first had that murder down there. I took some pictures in front of Lee. I got so happy. I was like, fuck it, I'm outside. I'm good on any MLK Boulevard. And I pulled up and I just want to tell you that I love you. I appreciate the support that you show me, man. You my mama, little brother, like you an extension of her. And we miss her like a motherfucker. Like it's not a single day that go by that I don't think about that lady, man. It's mad fucking real. I'm okay. Like I'm okay, I promise. I tell people that's why I wear all black, because I'm in mourning due to the death of my mama. And then when they say, when did she die? And I be like 13 years ago. They be like, bitch, that's weird. Like you're not over it yet, man. Certain losses you don't get over. Certain losses you don't get over, man. But you've been there. You've been a pivotal role, played a pivotal role in my life, in my childhood. You probably don't remember this shit, man. Hold on, man. Let me tell my uncle some shit. Real quick. Can I get some silence? Real quick. You probably don't remember this shit. I remember Grandma Berta on Goodfellow. I remember spending nights. Uncle used to take us out. Like, I learned how to tumble on dirty mattresses with you. My passion for basketball came from you and what's your girlfriend name? Kawana. He had this girlfriend named Kawana and she hoops. That's where my passion for basketball came from.
She played for Belleville.
You don't even know that.
She actually played, up there in Kirkwood for a minute.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Western Grove.
You don't know that about me though. You don't even know. But that's where my passion for basketball came from. Because you used to take us up to the schoolyard and hoop. We used to go down to Brown's and buy the little strawberry cookies.
I told Tony too how to play a little ball.
Hey man. Hey, Tony.
Oh, he's on fire. He left out. He out there.
Remember Brown's and strawberry cookies on the west side? Yeah, man. Man, my uncle, like, I used to run the streets of the fucking west side of St. Louis with you. You used to have us out. It be hot as a motherfucker, man. Grandma kick us out the house at 8, 9 o'clock. And we be out in the streets. Rails, good fellows, flipping on mattress, playing basketball, doing all kind of shit. And that shit holds, like, remember, that's like in my heart. Like, I remember that shit and I thank you for that. Absolutely played a pivotal part in shaping and molding me as a woman. And I just want to tell you that I want to acknowledge you publicly and tell you that I love you and I thank you and I appreciate you for always showing up when it counts, man. Always showing when it counts. I love you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. JP Diddy in the
Come on!
Pick it up! She said she was coming. And she came. Hey man. Hey man. We got JP CEO, JP Diddy. What else we got, JP? Come on, she was just on the episode. JP's a jack of all trades, a woman of many fucking hats, man. Definitely her and Leah. They were in my motherfucking room recording me when the Pure Phuckery podcast was getting to start. And it was initially a story time and it turned into me bringing on special guest co-hosts. But I'm publicly going to say this because we talked about it privately, but my fucking manager, when all this shit really goes where it's supposed to go, and she know we've talked about it privately, but my fucking manager, JP Diddy, in the fucking building, man. Hey man, let me tell y'all about JP. I pick up the phone, I call, different friends serve different purposes in our life. I pick up the phone, call JP. JP know when to just hold the phone and shut the fuck up and let me have my moment. Cause I call JP and go on a whole rant. And when I'm done, what you say? Okay. What you gonna do now? Look, she trusts actions, not words.
Hello.
What I tell you, I'm gonna make a believe out of you motherfuckers, man. I'm gonna make a believe out of y'all. I promise I'm gonna do y'all proud, man. I promise I'm gonna do y'all all proud. We got some big shit working right now, man. We got some real major shit happening right now behind the scenes. I don't want to jinx it, but just know this motherfucking book is coming. JP has played a pivotal part in all of it. She has encouraged, motivated, been a voice of reason. When I told her Pure Phuckery podcast, because remember, we talked about it in the episode, Who Gave Mo a Mic and a Camera. This the motherfucker. If you want to blame anybody outside of Leah, blame her. Blame JP. I met JP at work, you know what I'm saying? And we just developed this friendship, and you've just been a pivotal person in my life since I met you. And I remember when we were going over the initial thoughts of a podcast, and we were at the church. Y'all know, I was at the church. For y'all know, for the motherfuckers that's judging right now when I say I was at the church, Pam will attest to this, D will attest to this. I went to church for an extended period of time, like years, like 5 years, faithfully, and was really, I was searching. I was doing some soul searching, and I found myself, like, I tried to walk that life. I did, Twine, because I made eye contact. I tried to walk that path for a brief moment, in like 5-6 years moment. At church every Sunday, no matter what. Now Saturday, I probably was at the Marquee. You are. Or wherever.
You was outside. But you're still a pastoress, though.
And hey,
that's your sister.
I just happen to be a member of the clergy. Okay. I am an ordained minister, just so y'all know. So if you need a member of the clergy, get up, please. I am an ordained minister. No way. No bullshit. No man. So if you need a member of the clergy, no ma'am. Get your girl. I'm a woman of many traits.
Get up and that's gonna save you. I'm okay with that.
Well, listen, we were at the church, and I know some of y'all shaking for me, but no, listen, my heart is pure. The love I have to give is real, and my intentions are so fucking genuine. So yes, I can step foot up in the church, and I may or may not have been doing some ratchet shit the night before with somebody's son. But we were at the church.
Bullshit.
And when I left there, I was JP. They were throwing out names for the podcast, and I'm like, one of the names. I tell this story often, JP. One of the names is Breaking Chains. Yep. And I was like, I'm not a breaking chains kind of bitch. So I left and went to Atlanta. And then fast forward a year later, me and Leah brainstorming, and I don't know what the fuck, I said something to Leah, and I was like, Pure Phuckery. That's the name of the podcast. And Leah probably don't remember this, but she said, you know you're a doctor, right? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It was
trying to keep your respect.
2020 was a year, man, and it brought a lot of shit out of a lot of people, and it absolutely brought something out of me. And I didn't give a fuck. So I went with Pure Phuckery, the podcast, and y'all don't know how much feedback I get in my DMs and from everybody telling me how dope of a name it is. Like, I wish I would have thought of it first. And JP been rocking with it the whole fucking time. And JP is not, she's not a Pure Phuckery type of person. Her podcast is called Testimony Tuesday. So if you're looking for a spiritual elevation, you know, but if you want ratchet shit, come to Pure Phuckery. If you want spiritual, go to Testimony Tuesday.
Get up! Get up! Just get up!
Listen, what JP say when I called her and said Pure Phuckery?
It's like, JP, I have a name. It's Pure Phuckery. I was like, yep, that's you.
That's me. Y'all know. Hey, everybody in this motherfucking room know me in some form of fashion, and y'all know it's always some motherfucking fuckery, man. It's always some bullshit. Like, I honestly, I had somebody ask me, why do you think you have the fuckery? And I narrowed it down to the fact that, you know what I'm saying?
Demons.
God, source, spirit.
Oh shit.
God, source, spirit, the universe, whatever it is you want to believe in, uses people for different reasons. And perhaps Testimony Tuesday reaches a different audience. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know, I keep dropping the mic, man.
Monique,
don't judge me, judge your motherfucking mom.
I have to say really quick, you were married to a guy named Demon. And then
Hey, that has nothing to do with it. That's just how we feel.
and then everything
DJ's motherfucking Henny straight, baby. And JP might not be your cup of tea, but she's somebody's Henny straight. And we both have our platforms and we both have an audience for it. It doesn't matter. So to go back to what we initially started talking about, do it anyway. So whatever that fucking thought process, because y'all know we drop gems over here on Pure Fucking. Y'all know we drop gems. But listen, we drop gems over here. So whatever the fuck it is you thinking about doing, whatever you want to do, if you ain't learned shit here tonight, do it anyway. Who gives a fuck? Fuck people, because guess what? They gonna judge you whether you doing good or bad, happy, sad, mad or glad, up or down, in or out. They gonna judge you regardless. Do you. Do the fuck you. And JP encouraged me to do me, man. And I wanted to publicly, because I privately always tell you, absolutely, I love you, I appreciate you. You have played a huge role in Pure Phuckery, the podcast. Like, you were there when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, JP does a podcast workshop. This how hard she fuck. This how hard she fuck with me. I ain't go to no podcast workshop, and not to say that I would have, but JP gave me everything I needed. Everything I needed. Like, no question asked. I hit her line and she gave me the rundown. She pulled up to the crib a couple times. She came out to record and my ass was getting my lashes done. And I'm like, JP, I fell asleep, I forgot. But she came back. That's how much fucking love is here right now at this table, and I just want to publicly acknowledge you and say thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. And if y'all want to be mad at anybody for giving me this platform, be mad at JP fucking Didi, man. She's in the building. My fucking manager, because when this shit really go, we've had this conversation. She let me do what I do. And she's there supporting, sharing, because you share everything. She share everything like Lady D. You share everything. And it's all love, man, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. Shout out to your lady over there. Welcome to Pure Phuckery, the podcast. Oh, she's aware. She's aware. She's aware, man. She's aware. But I'm gonna shut this shit out. You got anything else you gotta say, JP? So we gonna let JP, there's the mic again. There's the mic. I'ma hold it like I care for it. Oh, we gonna call Mr. Marcus. He's not coming, he said no man. Hey man, we gonna wrap this shit up. We gonna wrap it up real quick. Oh. Anybody else want to come up? Granny got a question. Oh shit, Granny got a question.
I think Renzo and Tony should finish their thing.
Jeremiah ain't no pussy Granny. We didn't talk about that lady. She was saying no. That baby Granny said Granny like she
you should do it. That's all she said.
No.
Monique, all she said was you should do it.
Granny misinterpreted. Jeremiah's not pushing anything.
Renzo and Tony, Renzo missed out on Tony. He missed out on Tony.
Oh yeah, you said he.
So Renzo and Tony come up.
And they all came up.
But together, they didn't come up.
Do y'all want to come up together? Y'all want to come up? Come on, fam.
He was talking about basketball and how he taught him.
Come on, fam. Come on, man. Did I miss anybody? Tree, I ain't want to put nobody on the spot. Clarice, I mean, I put the people on the spot that I knew would come up. Anybody else? I'm fancy. You want to come up? Tree? All right.
You know.
I'm coming. Alright. We got my uncle and my cousin in the building, man. So
You can't bring it back.
you talked about how you played this pivotal role in my passion for basketball. And you said you feel like you did that for Tony too. Tony, will you agree with that? Cause
For all of y'all that don't know, I did go to the NBA. I played 2 years because of him.
Hey, what you say?
I'm Kevin.
I'm one of your favorite cousins, so I would know. Like, I should get a cut, right? If I get a cut, when I get my cut, like y'all, I want you And Chris, like on my list, y'all know we make our manifestation list. Like the people you're gonna like support and like do something when you make it to that status where you got like J and B money. Like y'all on my list. And I ain't finna put myself on the spot. But it's quite a few people on that list, like that I got on my manifestation list. Where y'all ain't gotta work, or I'ma be like, we going on a trip, like pack your bags, don't ask no motherfucking questions, just meet me at Atlanta International Airport. See, you're on that list. I just wanted to put that on record.
Call Craigslist.
You just want to call Craigslist? We gonna say this shit. You owe him a car. We not gonna talk about that. We gonna shut it down right here. We shut it down. We shut it down. We gonna shut it down. We gonna shut it down. That is a personal family situation. I love you, Mom. I love you. You gotta shut this shit down. Hey, all y'all need to know is I wrecked my uncle's car when I was a teenager. But listen, come back, Mom. Come back. We gonna shut it down. But we gonna shut it down. But I want to say that it wasn't a Mustang. It was a Tempo. It was a Tempo. It was a red Tempo. But we ain't gonna go off into the logistics of the situation. But when I get that real the check on white night, I promise you, I owe you a car. And I mean that with my. I know it's all good, but we're on another tempo.
Another tempo.
Another tempo.
Another tempo.
Hey man, we gonna shut this shit down right here. I'm your fucking host, your favorite Dr. Babe. With my whole fucking heart, man, I swear to God. The love, the support, the energy that you all pour into me, man, the way that you guys uplift me on social media, even off social media, when y'all know I'm going through some shit, and y'all know when I'm not posting on social media and I'm not being myself on social media, man, I got some shit going on behind the scenes. I'm focused on something, I'm working. Just know I'm fucking working, man. But I continue to press on, and it's because of each and every one of you that came out tonight to show me some love, show me some support, and be here sharing in my fucking energy space, man. It's all fucking love. Man, from the bottom of my fucking heart, my family, to the Phuckers here, man. Y'all made this year possible, because I swear to God, it's been days where I didn't think I was gonna go. It's been days where I didn't air an episode because I was in my feelings. I was going through some emotional shit. And y'all check in on me. People hit my DMs, my social media family, man. People that I don't even know, I've never met. Y'all hit my DMs when y'all ain't seen me active on social media, like, you good? Dr. Bay, you cool? Are you okay? And that shit does not go unnoticed. I appreciate it. I go through things just like all of you. We are live Phuckery Friday. My first live episode. Shout out to my AFM family producing the fucking episode. Shout out to my man Big Stu, my fucking producer. He had to get the fuck out because he had Mrs. Big Sue in his ass, and he had to get to her and take her out to dinner. I understand, I respect it, I love you, I appreciate all that you fucking do for me to fucking make Pure Phuckery the podcast what it is. Mrs. Big Sue, thank you for sharing your husband with me. Man, thank you to all of you motherfuckers. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Love you.
Monique Cross, man. Peace. I love y'all, for real. I meant all that shit. Thank you.
Stop it.